Everybody. All right, so for today's vlog, we're going to be talking about real estate investing 101 and some options that you have available for you if you're thinking about investing in real estate. Now, before I get started, please keep in mind, I'm not a financial planner. I am not offering you financial advice. I'm strictly talking about something that I think is of use, and I'm hoping to start off dialogue and make you consider something that you otherwise wouldn't have thought about, all right? Now, having said that, real estate investing, in my opinion, is one of the best ways to create and maintain long-term wealth. Okay, real estate investing is not meant to be easy. It's not a short-term fix. So anytime you have somebody offering you something that is just too good to be true, it usually is, especially when it comes to investing. Crazy returns, no risk. These are things you should watch out for, these kind of buzzwords, okay? Real estate investing does take effort. It does take time. And when there's no risk, there's no reward. So please keep that in mind. So what are some options for investing in real estate? Number one, buying your own home. Owning your own home is a form of investing in real estate. And the reason I say that is because you wouldn't be buying it and dealing with the headaches of home ownership if there was going to be no return for you when it came time to sell. If you knew that your property was going to be worth the same or even less than what you're buying it for, what's the point? You might as well end up just renting and be on with your life. So buying your home, you're expecting some sort of return. That's an investment. If you want to go to the next step, buying a home with a basement apartment allows you to actually start generating income from it, which is a great option for people. Now, a lot of the time, some people will use that income to go on a trip every year. It's generating $1,000 a month. Why not, right? Some other people will take half of it and put it towards their mortgage. There's so many different things you can do, and that's a whole nother topic, another vlog for another day. Let's say you've already done that, you've got a basement renter, and now you want to go to the next step. What do you do then? Well, you can buy a second property, a residence that you're going to use for purely income. You're going to rent it out to somebody else. That can be a single family home, a duplex, triplex, fourplex, whatever. Now, depending on how big you get with the building, it might be deemed a commercial unit, and you don't want to get too big, especially if you're just getting started out. There are drawbacks and benefits to all types of properties. Now, if you have a single family home, you've got a 100% tenancy rating or you've got a 0% tenancy rating, which is something you have to keep in mind. What I mean by that is, if your tenant stops paying your rent or you stop generating income for the next 2-3 months for some reason, you have absolutely $0 coming in. That's something that you're going to have to carry. On the plus side, a single family home is a lot easier to buy. There's a lot more inventory, obviously, and it's much easier to rent out. Okay? And there's plus and minuses for all these different classes. Now, in addition to that, as a secondary unit, a lot of people start buying new build properties as a form of investment. This is something that I recommend staying away from unless you acknowledge the drawbacks with this. It is highly speculative, very risky, all right? I know a lot of people that have made some pretty crazy money for buying something, holding on to it for 3 or 4 years, doing absolutely nothing, and then flipping it. But you have to keep in mind that there's a lot of inherent risk involved in that. For whatever the reason is, if by the time you bought that and the unit is being built and the market has crashed, right? That's something you have to really keep in mind because anything can happen. Nobody knows what's going to happen tomorrow, let alone 2, 3, 5 years from now. Okay, but that's another form of investment for people is they buy new build properties. A lot of builders don't like it, but you have to make sure you do your research on the type of property you're buying, who the builder is it reputable, a whole bunch of other stuff, which is, again, another video for another day. In addition to that, if you genuinely do not want to buy a home, you don't want to buy real estate and deal with all renters and all this kind of stuff because it is very, it can get to be a little bit much for some people. They don't realize just how involved they need to be. There are ways you can avoid a lot of the pitfalls. We have to do a lot of research or talk to somebody that knows what they're doing. But let's say you just don't even want to deal with it. You could invest in REITs. Okay, REITs are stocks that are companies that focus specifically on buying real estate. And there's 1,000,001 different REITs. There's ones that focus on nursing homes, shopping centers, offices, industrial parks, so many different options. And what they do is they pay out the profits to you on a monthly basis. So stocks is another way to do it if you still want to get involved with real estate, but you don't actually want to get involved with the buying and selling and all that kind of stuff. Real estate does have its own inherent risks as well. I could do a whole video about that as well. However, I'll give you the quick pointers. Real estate is not a very liquid asset. If you ever need cash from it and all your money is tied up in real estate, you're going to be in a tough spot. Real estate takes anywhere from 60 to 120 days to list, sell, and close. Okay, so if you need money right away, that's not going to be something that's going to give you an option. However, there are a lot more benefits, I believe, than there are downfalls. I'm actually going to link to another video that I recorded years ago. I would love for you guys to watch it. It goes a little bit more in depth. I'm thinking about doing these seminars again if people are interested, talking about all the different benefits in real estate investing and ways you can approach it. So let me know what you guys think of this. Have you invested in real estate? Are you thinking about buying or getting involved in real estate investments? I'd love to hear what you guys think. Please comment below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Have a good one.